Yo, what's up guys, Dream Like Mike here, and I've got some news about No Man's Sky, which was actually delayed until August 9th. This news first came from the PlayStation official website, and they actually didn't come out and say this in a news report. People found out through the website when they changed the release date to August 9th, through the PlayStation, I think the store website, or if you look at if you look up PlayStation releases for a certain month, it'll give you a list on the PlayStation website. I believe they changed that to August, but I'm not too sure what page they changed it on. I think it was just every page in general had it changed to August 9th. So one of the guys from Hello Games commented and said the official, we understand that this news is disappointing, and he said the game has really come together and it's such an incredible relief, Murray said. And as we sit and play it now, we watch the playtesters every day, and we can finally let ourselves, get excited and get pumped up that they're about to release this project. Because Hello Games isn't like a giant studio, and to release a game so ambitious as this, I could definitely agree that it's very exciting. And he continues to say, however, as we approached our final deadlines, we realized that some key moments needed extra polish to bring them up to our standards. I have had to make the tough choice and delay the game for a few weeks to allow us to deliver something special. And what this reminds me of is when GTA 5 was coming out on PC, I remember that they delayed it till, I believe, April of 2015, I want to say. I don't know the exact date. I believe it was April. I'll put it on screen right now if I was wrong. But they wait so long to release it. Actually, I don't even think it was April. I think it was April, and then they moved it to May or June, but I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I'll post it in the video. But that's what this reminds me of. I mean, to me, this is like them trying to make the game perfect, and I'm all for game delays. I mean, you'll hear everyone say that, oh yeah, game delays, oh, make it more perfect. I mean, when they delay, I guess I'm saying that, but what I'm saying is that it's not a guarantee that the game's going to be perfect in every single way, but it's definitely good because they're tweaking it. I mean, even Capcom, they apologized for the broken state that they released Street Fighter in. And I can see why, because when I played Street Fighter 5, the only thing you could really do was play online, and you couldn't even go to the store and buy costumes and all that stuff. You literally played online, or you beat the story modes that were 5 minutes long each. So, and I got my ass whooped online because I'm terrible at fighting games, but still, whatever. So pretty much this leaves Mirror's Edge Catalyst as the only big game for June. I mean, obviously it's not the only game. I looked up, if you even look up PlayStation releases for June, they have a list that's probably 20 games long, but I mean, I remember a couple games like Guilty Gear, it's pretty much the only one I remember from that list. There's a couple of them, but I think 7 Days to Die is also going to be released for PlayStation 4. But obviously that's been on the PC for, I want to say, almost 2 years now, so that's not really a new release. That's kind of just its own thing. And it really sucks to have only one big release for June. And I mean, if Mirror's Edge Catalyst bombs, that's just gonna blow. I mean, that's pretty much just gonna leave us with E3 for pretty much almost the rest of the summer. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone else does the same thing that I do when E3 comes around. They just spend the rest of the summer pretty much watching the trailers over and over again, because all you can really do is get excited about games. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking forward to right now. I'm really looking forward to E3. Like you see in one of my other videos I'll post right now is the Resident Evil, which is on my pretty much my number one game that I'm looking forward to right now, because they talk about they're bringing it back to the roots of survival horror, and that's huge for me, because survival horror games are pretty much my favorite games, because they're just so much fun. They bring so much life into the games that a first person shooter can't really do. I mean, I'm playing through Doom right now, and it's not necessarily scary, but it feels I don't know, it's really cool. And it's not survival horror obviously, but I mean, it feels a lot just like a regular FPS. I mean, not regular, there's different things about it, but there's something that an FPS like Doom, I'm not going to compare it to Call of Duty, but Battlefield, all those games, that they can't do compared to a over the shoulder survival horror game like the original Dead Space, even Dead Space 2. I'm not going to count Dead Space 3 because that game wasn't scary at all. But yeah, I'm really excited for E3. That's kind of my big thing. I think we'll probably end up seeing more on No Man's Sky and E3, and just what the real reason of this delay was, I don't think that there were parts of the game necessarily unfinished. I think that it was, I don't want to say it was like in for a buggy release, but I think that bugs were probably the biggest part of the delay. I don't think that there was stuff that was unfinished or things that they still needed to do. I think they really just had to polish off, because after all this hype, the game's been talked about for 3 years now. It was released on E3 2013, and if they bombed that release, that would have been awful. I mean, not just as a company, but I mean, it would be really hard for them, just their first game, to hype it up that much, and then for it to pretty much just bomb in the reviews and everything like that. So I think they have good reason, definitely, because there's a lot of weight on their shoulders right now, because if they released it and it bombed, pretty much their company would just be like, nope, no one would ever want to buy a game from them. Oh yeah, they're the ones that released that broken No Man's Sky game, right? That's exactly what would happen to them. And also, being Star Citizen's main competitor, I mean, if you've seen Star Citizen gameplay of it, and I think that's getting released sometime next year actually, it looks insane. I mean, from what they've done, I know that there's a bit of a period back in 2015 where people were like, where the hell is this game? But now they're starting to get, I believe they have a solid release date out right now. I'm not too sure. If there is, I'll post one in the video, but I don't think there is. I know that they're set for next year of release. Like I said, I've heard a couple people talking about it. I think Frankie, I watched a video, Frankie on PC in 1080p. I watched a video of his not No Man's Sky, my bad, Star Citizen. I believe he said something about next year they're looking for a release, and this is like their main competitor. So fuck. And if they bombed the No Man's Sky release and Star Citizen just came out and just completely swept the floor with it, I mean, I don't think Hello Games would necessarily be able to come back from that. And I don't know, I think it's kind of, they want to be able to flex a little bit, because their release is going to be first, obviously, so they got to kind of set the precedent, and Star Citizen, those developers, they're going to have a long time to improve on the stuff that No Man's Sky did wrong, so they got to make sure that they get everything right with this. And speaking of all these games that are probably going to require pretty decent PCs to run, I'm actually considering upgrading my PC. This is just like the little after talk. I'm probably going to be getting the GTX 1070. That's like my goal right now. I know that there's going to be like the reviews for that are going to be dropping on May 30th, so we'll definitely be looking forward to that, and I'll probably have a video sometime when the reviews come out and an unboxing, because I really want to try to pre-order it and have it like be one of the first ones, like, because I'm really on the lookout for it. But enough about that. I'm gonna actually release a video. I'm upgrading my RAM, CPU, and that's all within the next week, so that'll be pretty cool. I'll have a video on both of those. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this DayZ gameplay. I've actually been really getting into it. I met a friend on it yesterday, and we've kind of been playing it, so that's kind of been my game for the past few days. It's actually running pretty good, if you ask me. I think I got the FPS counter on it. So anyway, guys, it's been me, Dream Like Mike. If you like this video, please be sure to like the video, comment, all that. If you didn't like it, dislike it. Anyway, guys, if you really liked it, subscribe, and have a good one. Peace.